Well, apparently, I have been doing this confidence thing all wrong. And maybe you have too. And that's why I'm here with this video today. I want to dive into three things. First, let's address where we are currently looking for our confidence in external resources and avenues. Okay. So that's where we're currently looking. Where we really should be looking, where we should be focusing to find our confidence. And then the third thing is a tool I want to give you because you know I love my tools for your toolbox, a tool that's going to help you on this caregiving journey so that all of us can be thriving and not just surviving. All right, that's my goal. And this is my reminder right here. So I'm Erin. I am the curator or advocate here at A Caregiver's Compass, and I am a solo baby boomer caregiver trying to figure out what she wants to be when she grows up and trying to just survive it all. All right. Well, nope. See, I said survive, and I really meant I want to thrive. That's my goal, right? So we get in this survival mode, and we need to switch that to thrive. So today I want to help you thrive with this topic. Okay. So let's dive in. All right. So first off, I got this idea from a gentleman by name of Sean Cannell, and he is the founder of Think Media. And they have a course called VRA, which is Video Ranking Academy, which I am a part of right now. And I'm going through their modules. And one of his modules was called Camera Confidence. And I thought, oh, he's going to tell me how to, what kind of lighting I need, what kind of angle I should be at that's good. Should I wear makeup and my hair, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I guess he's going to get to that. But the first part of his module was all about building your confidence. Where does your confidence come from? So that then we can exude confidence in our videos, right? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So he offered a tool within that module, and that's what I'm going to share with you in a little bit. Okay. But first off, I want to talk about, which he talks about as well, and is just has a brilliant thoughts about this, is probably a lot of us are looking for our confidence, or we pick up our confidence from external forces, right? External measurements like how much is in our bank account, um, how much do I weigh, right? What kind of job title do I have? And for us YouTubers, it's like, how many subscribers do I have? How many views do I have, right? Those are all things, for the most part, we don't really have a lot of control over that. But we put a lot of weight and a lot of pressure on ourselves to achieve those things. And when we don't, we feel deflated, we feel defeated, correct? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't have goals and things to strive for. Those are great, but let's not put that as far as whether we're a good person, or whether we're achieving things, or whether we are confident in what we're doing. Okay, so what we really want to do is focus on things that are based on our efforts and our qualities, right? Because those are the things we can control. And that's where we really should put our focus and determine and come up with our confidence. That's going to help boost and build our confidence by concentrating on those efforts and those abilities that we have. All right. Would you agree with that? I think that's a great positive way to spin this whole thing. Because we don't need to deal with people's negative reactions or their disapproval on how we're handling things. That should not be what our self-worth is based on. We need to appreciate our own abilities and all the ways that we're figuring out how to figure out this caregiver life journey that we're on. All right. So this is how we're going to do it. This is the third part of our video today. We're going to create a victory log. That's what Sean calls it. And I thought it was genius. So I'm just leaving it the way it is. I was going to maybe change the name a little bit, but I think it's genius, victory log. Okay. And what we're going to do, we can do it a couple ways as far as how you want to incorporate it. Either if you're journaling every day anyways, or journaling a lot of days, you could incorporate it into whatever your daily journaling is. But what I'd really like you to do is either one, have a small booklet that's separate for your victory log, and then maybe keep it with your regular journal. Or if you can, in the back part of your journal, maybe allocate, I don't know, 20, 30 pages or so that you can do it separately there. And I'll explain why after in a few minutes, why I think it needs to be separate like that. Okay. So what you're going to be doing is every day, if you can, write down your efforts, big wins, small wins, all the actions that you've taken each and every day. And it's going to make you aware now of all the things that you are doing, right? Because I think so many of us just go through this life on autopilot, and we survive and we're doing the things, and they don't mean a big deal to us because we're doing them. We're just doing them, and that's just part of life. But I want you to stop and start looking at those things that you're doing in a new way, because those are fabulous things that you're doing. Those are your efforts. Those are your qualities. Those are your wins. And I want you to start documenting them, because sometimes we need to see it in black and white. Sometimes, there's power in the pen to paper, and I want you to write these down. All right. So I'm going to give you some ideas to get you started, but here's some ideas just to kind of get maybe your creative juices flowing, and to give you some ideas on where to start. So one of the things that I would write down whenever this happens is, I got my mom to take a shower. Yeah, that's a big thing in my house, and it's always a battle. And if I can get her to do it, that is a big win for me. And the thing is, after every time she does it, she takes her shower, she'll always say to me, Erin, whew, I feel a lot better now. And I'm like, I know, Mom. And you say that every time after you get done. And every time I'm trying to get her to go take a shower, I throw that up at her and I say, when you get done, you're going to say you feel a lot better, because you always do. So, anyways, it's a little warm here today, but that's one of my big wins. That's what I would write down when that happens. Other things, I figured out a way to, okay, how did you figure out a way to get your loved one, to eat something, or to drink more water, or take her meds on time, or whatever it is? I'm sure there's all kinds of things that you're always having to figure out, because that's what we do, right? We are creative problem solvers, really. So what is that creative problem that you've figured out? I finished that item on my to-do list, or I finished my to-do list, whatever it is, something like that. I started on that project. Maybe you've got a craft project you want to start. Maybe there's a project out in the garden you want to start. You want to plant something this season. Whatever it is, jot that down. You started that, or you started on that project. I planned out the week's meals. I planned out my mom's meds. I planned out the schedule for the month with all her appointments and that type of thing. Whatever it is, you've planned it out. Jot it down. I took some time for me today. That's a big one. That is a really big one, and I wish we all would do that more often. And there's going to be a future video on self-care. Okay, just know that that's coming. But I took some time for me today, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's just a few minutes outside. Maybe it's this one. I started that book I wanted to read, right? Took some time for me. I read that. I read 3 chapters in that book today. I finished that book today. I'm going to start another one. I wrote that letter to that friend. I made that phone call to somebody who needed some perking up or something. I sent an email. I'd rather a phone call and a letter, but if it's an email, if it's a text, whatever you need to do, however you need to reach out to somebody, you did that, and you're going to jot that down on your victory log. Okay? All right. So the reason I want you to have it separate is because when you're having those days when you just want to throw in the towel because someone's critical of something you've done, or your loved one complains about something you're doing, or they're mean, they say something hurtful, you don't feel like you're getting the support you need, I want you to be able to go back and look at this victory log and read all of these victories, all of these efforts, all of these things that you've accomplished, and know that they're not right. No, those people that are trying to tear you down, we're not going to let that happen, because we know that we're a badass, and those external forces that are trying to tell us differently, they're wrong. And this victory log that I'm going to read and I'm going to continue to add to over and over and over again, we're going to be able to say, screw you to those feelings that we are inadequate, or we have self-doubt or lack confidence. No, we're going to say, screw you on those feelings. This is the reality. This is the reality in this victory log. Okay? All right. Whew, I got through that. So I'm sorry, I keep looking down, but I have so many points that I want to get to you guys. And this, 60 plus brain doesn't always retain everything, and I can't recall it, and I don't want to miss things. So I apologize. I hope that's not upsetting or offensive to anybody, but I just do need to look down at my notes. Okay. But so I want to leave you with this one last thing. I am a big believer in affirmations, and I think, maybe on your page, on your victory pages, and I want you to put big victory log, okay? Date it if you want or not, decorate it if you want, and put maybe some affirmations right underneath there that resonate with you, that are going to help motivate you, that you're really focusing on right now, whatever it is. And you may have some of your own, but here's a few also, ones that I love and a couple that I've come across recently. So the first one, and I don't know why I keep referring to this, you guys, but I am a badass. Yep, that's it. I am. And I am doing this. I am accomplishing this, and I am taking names and what's that one? Taking names and taking numbers or something that saying. I forget, but whatever. All right. I can figure anything out. And we do, and we have, and we will continue to, because that's what we do, especially as caregivers, right? So many things we have to figure out on this journey. So many things. So you are figuring it out. I am an action taker. You wouldn't be here if you weren't an action taker. Okay, my friends? And this is a big one. I want you to remember this especially. I am a blessing to my family, and you are. Okay? No matter what somebody is saying, no matter what mean things, no matter how they're acting towards you, you are a blessing, because guess what? You're here, you're doing it, and they're not. Okay? Don't get me started on that. The world needs me, the world needs you. Everybody, we have a message. We've got something to share, and we need to get it out there, and the world needs it. Okay? I am unstoppable. Yes, you are. You've come this far. Nothing has stopped you up till now. So you are unstoppable, right? I love this one. This one I just recently found. No one needs me to be perfect. Ah, right? Oh my gosh. Let me say it again for the people in the back. No one needs me to be perfect. Okay, does that not just lift a ton of weight off of your shoulders, right? There's no reason to have to be perfect in this world. Okay? You have my permission. You do not have to be perfect, and no one needs you to be. All right? I am loved, and I know it might not feel like it, especially when your loved one is carrying on or saying mean things, or other family members are, whatever the situation, you are loved. Don't forget that. You're here. God loves you. And I know that's not always enough, but please try to remember that. Okay. And then this last one, I put a little twist on the I am enough. We've seen that and heard that a lot, which is very true. But I added a little twist to it here, and it says, right here, right now, I am enough. So in this present moment, whatever's going on, I am enough. Okay. So don't forget those. Think about those and use them if you want, or if you have some that you want to share, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear some other affirmations that you have. I mean, there's a million of them, but those were just ones that kind of, I think, hit home and are really deep and, right? Get to the point. All right. So thank you for today. As always, a caregiver's journey is better traveled together. And I am grateful that you are here today, and I am here for you. And I'm sending you off today with big hugs and lots of love until we're together again. All right. Bye for now.